Evening Vinyl community, it's Rob back for another video. Hi, I'm gonna try and not speak too loud because I'm getting over a bit of a bug that I've had for pretty much all week really. It came on sort of back end of last week. I wasn't feeling very well. Sunday night I just didn't get any sleep at all. And I woke up Monday and my eye was all gunged up and sorry if anybody's eating, by the way. And my throat was just terrible. I couldn't swallow, really bad. And yeah, so suffice that, I didn't go to work for a couple of days. I did go back from Wednesday, but yeah, I've not really been sleeping very well, so I'm pretty knackered. But anyway, so I'm up, I'm awake, and I'm not too bad, you know. So I'm getting there anyway. So, but I'm going to try and not raise my voice too much. So anyway, but yeah, I actually miraculously managed to make it to my record shop as usual, and he had again a couple. We had quite a few actually that he sent me on a list by email, which he always does earlier in the week, of some stuff that they had in. A lot of it looked really interesting. Some of it was just far too expensive. Like there was an original copy of Aphrodite's Child, 666 on the Swirl label. You know, everybody knows that. And one or two other things that were interesting, but yeah, just out of my price range really. So but I've got a couple that are quite interesting there. I'm going to save those to the end. The rest of them are pretty cheap finds really, but a couple of them I have been looking out for decent copies, and managed to find them for very little money, so that's always quite sweet when you find that. Okay, so I'm going to kick off. And first one is this one, which is Joseph Schaffell's production of Lewis Carroll's Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. So soundtrack album, original soundtrack recording. I remember seeing this film when I was younger, and it's a sort of staple of yeah, sort of, you know, Christmas time they usually put this on, and you know, along with Jason and the Argonauts and a lot of those old sort of classic films. So I think I've seen it a couple of times. But yeah, you know, I'd not seen it before, to be honest with you, and it was only a couple of quid, so I thought I'd pick it up. It's got all sorts of people in it. Howell Bennett, Michael Crawford, Michael Hordern, David Kay, Roy Kinnear, Spike Milligan, Dudley Moore, Dennis Price, Ralph Richardson, Flora Robson, Peter Sellers, Rodney Bewes. A lot of kind of staples from the 70s and so on. So I'll say this is 1972. It's on this, a bit dusty, on this green Warner Brothers label. Yeah, so I love the, you know, the some of the titles of the songs like Curiouser and Curiouser and Off With Their Heads. Childish kind of stuff that amuses me. But yeah, so I was pleased to pick that one up, and especially for very little money. It's in nice condition. There's the gatefold with pictures from the film, I guess. Okay. So yeah, that's the first one, and that's Alice's Wonderland, Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. John Barry, of course, did the music. Obviously, he's big on the old film scores. Lyrics by Don Black. My mum immediately piped up when she saw that. She says, "Oh, Don Black! Oh, I remember Don Black." There's a lot of sheet music that she has for a choir, a lot of old songs that, and she always comments that the lyrics are always by Don Black, so there you go. But that's the first one. Okay, next one I was really pleased to pick up. Really nice copy of the original production of West Side Story. This is one of those ones that's a bit of a kind of charity shop staple, but 9 times out of 10 I'll go in and you see copies of it and it's just completely, the cover's destroyed, the record's just been played so much, particularly this one, which I think is 1961 or 62. Yeah, this is on the CBS label. I don't know whether that's, I don't know what pressing this is. That looks like a kind of late 60s, 70s one. So, yeah, either way, I'm happy to pick it up. Yeah, so it's got the front cover, and of course the lovely Natalie Wood on the back. Yep. So pleased to pick that one. Okay, this one is one that I've seen a few people show fairly recently in a VC. I think Randall Weaver showed this, and this is Get's a Go-Go, Stan Getz Quartet featuring Astrud Gilberto. I'm always on the lookout for the, I think their first collaboration, which is the one with the girl from Ipanema on, but I never see that. I'm sure that's a lot more common in the States. Yeah, I was pleased to pick this because obviously it's the, I like Astrud Gilberto, or is it Gilberto or Gilberto? I'm never quite sure. This is Verve, this is 1964. I think this is an original press. Yeah, but it's in really, really nice condition, and it was only a few pounds, so very pleased to pick that one up. So in terms of jazz, I tend to really be into more vocal jazz. The sort of free jazz is something that I'm yet to sort of dip my toe in, really, because it's a very, very large, I'm aware it's a very big rabbit hole. So okay, next one, really pleased to pick up. This is Greatest of Nat King Cole. This is a dynamic house. You can see there it's got $4.99, so obviously this is US press on Capitol label, and it's a double album. It's got volume 1 and 2. It's on this. Yeah. So these inner sleeves, these obviously aren't the original inner sleeves because these are W.H. Smith. One, there you go, 9p. That was even cheaper when I used to buy them. I used to get them and they were 10p. So yeah, but obviously going back a while. But yeah, it's in really, really nice condition, and it's got the only other one I had was the 20 Love Songs compilation, which was from the early 80s. But this has got things like Nature Boy on, which I love, and Ramblin' Rose, Sweet Lorraine. Yeah, wonderful stuff. So this was like a couple of quid for a double compilation album. Very, very pleased to pick up. Yeah. Okay, next one. The only one I was really familiar with by this guy was his version of Light My Fire. This is Jose Feliciano, the voice and guitar of. Okay. And this has got Bye Bye Blackbird, Nature Boy again, Masquerade is Over Someday. Yeah, so I mean, obviously fabulous guitar playing on here. and it's on this RCA Victor label. And this is 1966, I think this one is. Again, really cheap one. But yes, in just superb condition. I think I paid £1 for that. So yeah, really happy to pick that one up. Now, this is, I've got a few Cat Stevens albums, but I always struggle to find his first two. And this is a Decca compilation, which is the world of Cat Stevens. So this has songs, I think, from the first two albums, which is great. I've got a Decca Derham compilation, which is slightly later than this one, called A View from the Top, which again has a lot of these songs on, but this was literally £1, I think, and it was in really good condition. So just in case there was any songs I was missing off that, I thought this was probably worth picking up. It's on this Decca label, blue Decca. And again, really nice condition. Yeah, so for £1, you know, I thought you can't go wrong really. Really nice pick up. Okay, the last two, probably my favourite finds of the bunch. I've been getting into this band recently, streaming stuff on YouTube. This is the Rotary Connection, and this is a band that was put together on the Cadet Concept label, which I think was a subsidiary of Chess Records, if I'm not mistaken. In the late 60s, it was kind of their psychedelic label that they put out to, I guess, to fulfill demand for pop music at the time. That's a great label. I really love that. But yeah, I've streamed some of this stuff fairly recently, and it's really good. It's got the vocals of Minnie Riperton, who's just got a fantastic voice. And the band are just super tight, wonderful musicians. I think they did about 4 or 5 albums, and most of them are written by this guy called Charles Stepney. But yeah, it's like sort of, there's the cover and the back. It's one of these horrible unipacks, but yeah, some track listing. But yeah, the sounds on this is superb, and just fabulous songs and arrangements. Sort of, yeah, like jazzy, psychedelic soul, pop. I don't know, it was a fusion of all those things, but wonderful. And I asked Ben to keep an eye out for some of these for me. And I'm not sure if this is their 2nd or 3rd album. I think the first one is the one that is normally the most sought after. But I don't think any of them were released in the UK, so they're all on, all you know, US. So I'd never seen them before, so I was really lucky that this one turned up, and yeah, hopefully I might be able to get 1 or 2 more at some stage. You always hope that the people that they sell the collections have more of the same or similar kind of music, but obviously this was the only one that he had. But I'm very glad that I'm now the new owner of it. So yeah, fantastic stuff. That's Rotary Connection and Aladdin. Okay, and the last one, really pleased to pick up. The other week I was very fortunate to acquire a copy of his first solo album, which was an absolute grail. And this is the album that Scott Walker produced just after Scott 4. This is Scott Walker Sings from his TV series. So gatefold. And the man himself. deep in thought. But yeah, I mean, he's just an incredible singer, isn't he, Scott Walker? I love his vocals. Quite honestly, I'd buy anything by him because I think he can just interpret songs so well. You know, and obviously he's a master of people like interpreting like Jack Brel and people like that. But yeah, this is on this Philips label. So yeah, this is 1969. I'll say this was released just after his Scott 4 came out. As it says from his TV series. And there's some standards on here. So Will You Still Be Mine, When the World Was Young, The Impossible Dream. What else we got? The Look of Love, obviously the Bacharach David song. Yeah, I'll be looking forward to giving that a spin. Just trying to get that back in the. I'll deal with that one later. Save it. Okay. So yeah, that's it, guys. Just over 15 minutes, a little longer than I thought, but never mind. But anyway, I hope you're having a good weekend and enjoying it, and you're not getting too battered by yet another storm. So it seems to be becoming a bit of a regular occurrence. So obviously stay safe, guys, wherever you are. And yeah, next week I will be happy times. I've got another Grail coming, so I'll be hopefully picking up a few other bits as well. So I'll be sharing that with you. I've got a couple of ideas for videos as well, and hopefully be uploading those before too long. So yeah, got a few ideas in the pipeline, and yeah, so hopefully I'll be putting those out, as I say, before too long. Guys, look after yourselves. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you soon. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.